Hello, and welcome to New Show Plus, the weekly show where our lovely patrons at the Backstage Pass tier get to pick the show that we do. And we have another powerhouse because the scripted podcast show format has won again. This is our third time. We're doing a scripted deepest dive. I'm joined by authors Janet Garcia and Kelsey Lewin. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
So
I am so worried about being the last one of these, because like if this gets voted out next week after this, that means that we weren't funny enough.
Don't
right?
say that. Now we have to start it. We have to start with the funniest joke ever. How about Leo says a funny one-liner joke?
Oh, perfect.
And we'll leave it up to him. He's got to start it.
Okay.
Little improv.
Well,
there.
First of all, we should figure out what this
what the game is.
Figure out what the game is that they're doing.
True. So for people who don't understand what we're doing, because now it just looks like we're writing in a thing. This show, we've already done 2 more, but this is us essentially writing a deepest dive segment for Leo, Ben, and Jacob to read out loud live at the end of this. So they'll be joining us in like 50 minutes, and they have to read what we're writing out loud. And they're not going to beat Janet's acting skills, and I think we'll be able to write funnier than them. So I think we're fine, Kelsey. I think we'll win this one. But we do have to be a little word vomity, because having done this once before, it's like you run out of time so fast, and there'll be like nothing written on the page. So, but the hardest thing
Haley,
is what game?
How did this show come about? What's the name of this?
It's I guess
show that we're doing?
Scripted podcast. I guess this one specific is
New Show Plus, which patrons vote on every week.
Oh, the New Show Plus that patrons vote on every week, of course. And this is This is Scripted Deepest Dive, which won this week. And we have the hardest thing is what game they're going to be. Final Fantasy. Infinity.
Potential ideas.
Final Fantasy Infinity, Nikki.
What's like, we do a lot of, every now and then we'll do an old game that no one cares about. Can someone think of a generic old game name?
Yeah, we should do like Plok or like a Dizzy game or something.
The Legend of Plok? What?
I don't know.
Is that a game, or did you just make that up?
Plok is a game, yeah. I'm thinking
made
very British right now, apparently.
I just added something to Plok to make it sound older, you know?
The Legend of Plok
was pretty good.
I mean, I could see them trying to do a deepest dive on Infinity, Nikki. That might be fun to watch them scramble. Or
that would be funny. That's pretty good.
When you search Plok, the first question Google is did Shigeru Miyamoto like Plok?
And did he?
Apparently, yes, according to the Wikipedia page.
Well, that's good to know. That's something that Ben would say. Yes,
that is something Ben would say.
Ben would be like,
absolutely.
oh my god,
okay.
Plok. Wait, what is Plok? I don't even know it. I can't look it up because I'm sharing my Google thing.
It's just like a Nintendo game it's a guy. It's one of those like when everything was mascot platformers, you know?
Okay, interesting. Plok.
He's just like a little guy with boots.
So Ben,
you know what? I can't spell Shigeru Miyamoto.
Close enough. Ben will start the episode. How does he start Deepest Dives? What does he say? The most thorough discussion on the internet.
Yeah, and first he asks everyone what the most common.
Oh yeah,
of course.
What the common write-in thing is. So I'm gonna do a little bit of Plok research right now because I'm not.
Yeah. Get some.
Just throw things in there, and then we'll reshuffle them. But it's funny because I was going to, like, part of me is like, oh, I should check out like the deepest dive a little bit, see which other ones have been on, and I'm like, no. The spirit of this is that you just open a doc and you just start putting stuff in there.
All right, so I have Ben saying, hello,
this is
waves.
Such a long Wikipedia article for Plok. What in...
Give us some crazy facts about it so we can insert it. How do you spell thorough? I always donk that up. I always want to be like thorough.
Just do your best.
Okay, the most thorough and... Is it thoughtful? The most thorough and thoughtful discussion?
Like well, what if we mess it up? What if it's like the most thorough and...
thick ass discussion.
Thick ass. Perfect.
about Plok on the internet. Okay.
It's just a K. Just no C. Just Plok.
Oh, is it? Plok. Okay, I like that even more.
is
It's Plok.
My name is Benny Hannah Hampson.
Like Benny Hanna? Or
Yeah, like Benny Hanna,
Okay.
but how do you spell Hanna? That's a sushi restaurant, right? Or is it a barbecue restaurant? It's one of the two.
It's like, I think, is it a, what do you call those? Where it's like the big
Benny
flat
Hanna.
grill
Oh,
thing?
like performance food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can I not think of what that's called? Hibachi. Thank you.
Hibachi.
Thank you, Bob Becker.
I'm adding in, we can add this out later if we want, but I'm adding in a we went viral and we're still poor liner from Ben as well.
Oh,
which
that's
I think is very.
perfect.
That's
Okay.
great. Oh my god, that's so good, Janet. That's exactly what he
Thank
would
you.
say. We actually lost $75. I said, my name is Benny Hanna Hansen. Zing! And I'm here with a wonderful cast.
That's like
of-
exactly what he sounds like.
And I'm here with a wonderful cast of gamers to talk about this wonderful title. I don't know.
Do you think he'll be able to read it as Hannah and not Hannah? Because I know that this is like the restaurant.
Benny Hanna. Is that how you spell it?
No,
I don't
it's
know.
like
I'll look it up.
that, I think.
Okay, great.
It's with one N.
Benny
Yeah,
Hanna
yeah.
Hansen.
If you could do it like the restaurant. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you
Yep.
go. Okay.
I want him to be confused as he reads this, but he has to read it the right way.
Oh my
Join-
gosh. My cat
Joining
got
me
scared.
is who should be the first that gets
Bruce.
introduced, Leo or Jacob?
Should Leo say something about, like, being hungry? With like, should he make a one-liner about the Benny Hanna part? Or is that too obvious?
That's true.
Ooh,
and
hold on,
sh-
wait. We could do. Hold on.
Should we write it out for him, or should we
Fine.
force him to have to come up with a joke in the moment?
No, I think that's a cop-out. I think
It
we're
is
just
a
admitting
cop-out,
Leo's
but it's
funnier
funny.
than us if we do that. So
Again, feel free to
I don't
change what I
know
have.
how
I put
that's
because
perfect.
he does that thing. Okay,
That's
and then we have to add in a sing song because he does that sing song thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a hungry wonky gamer. Like he does that
I
thing
think
a
he'll
lot.
know. I think he'll know
Sing-song
how to
voice.
how to say it.
I'm a hungry
Yeah.
wonky gamer. Joining me is Leo. He sometimes gives little Nicky names, like Leo
Well,
blank
just give himself a
Vader.
nickname.
That's true. Leo. I don't
Are we
know.
going food based?
Well, no,
The
it should
editing
be
chef or
Plok
something?
related. It should be
Oh,
like
Plok related, okay.
the Plok master himself.
Oh, so what is Plok? Should I just Google this on my own?
We should
Plok
talk about
game?
Plok a little bit.
This looks
Oh my
awesome. What is
God.
this?
Why is
Wait,
this?
this is the
I
show.
did
Hold
not
on.
know Plok had such a deep history. I feel very.
The Plok
Silly
master
now.
himself is
And-
exactly what he would say. Yeah.
Players control the hood-headed titular protagonist, the king of the island Acrylic, who's defending it from fleas spawned by the Flea Queen, hidden beneath the island's surface, as well as other bosses attempting to usurp Plok's power. His versatility lies in his 4 detachable limbs, which can be used to attack targets and enemies, along with various power-ups scattered throughout the game's colorful stages, referred to as presents. But apparently this started as like an arcade co-op game, and like, God, this is... I swear I just pulled a random British title out of my ass. I didn't think this was gonna be like a game with a whole...
I love that because then they
This is
actually
a-
can deepest dive into it.
This is a platformer, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Look up, pull
platformer.
up, and post some Plok gameplay for inspo. Okay.
What should Jacob say when he's getting
Plok.
introduced? And the titular Plok master himself, Jacob Geller.
Oh,
What does Jacob
He also
normally
does a sing-song thing, and normally he'll say something. I don't know. It could be like a line from the game if there is.
Oh,
text
he
in the
does do
game.
that. Plocker, I
You
hardly
know?
know her. Or something. He says stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah, you know what? Let's
That's
write that down
perfect.
for now. If we have time to swing back and do more stuff, then we can.
Okay, cool.
That's
He doesn't even say anything with an ER at the end, so that makes no sense, but I kind of love that. I love the most common question thing because then it really feels real.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
You know.
first he asked everyone
Yeah.
what they think the most common comment is. And
Yeah,
then
the common
I think,
comment, yeah.
yeah.
What does everyone think the most common question was?
I think Jacob should pull something really deep out of there that's like obviously not the answer, but is like a really deep, like, is it about how the fleas represent something.
Consumerism.
Yeah.
That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out we spend a lot of time with these people and we know how their cadence and speaking voice work. It's weird how you never realize that that's like a thing you have thought about a lot, but now you know it.
Is this game good? Hold on. Let me look up the Metacritic of Plok. Were they even reviewing games? Oh, there's only a C. There isn't a K. I think we talked about that 10 minutes ago. My bad. Plok. Wait, no, this is a different Plok. Hold on. How many Ploks are there?
I don't
in
know.
the world?
What?
Is there a Plok too?
Plok?
I don't know.
Okay, no one had the guts to review Plok on Metacritic, so we'll get on that now.
Oh, people, Lork Durden points out, Jacob says, definitely in my 210s a lot.
Okay.
He does be saying that.
Okay, nice.
But is it like if this could be in my 210s?
Ooh.
Oh, wait, what year did this come out? Like, this is in my 210s for 1993, even though I wasn't born yet, or something like that.
Yeah. Even though I was a newborn little baby boy.
This could be in my... I'll just put that at the bottom. We can reorder it later.
Okay.
Of 1990...
It's gotta be how the Fleet Queen represents the crush of capitalism on an oppressed society. And then Leo could say what? And then Ben says, no, try again. And then Leo will say, is it how, what can Leo say?
I'm gonna add Leo there to make it more...
Oh yeah,
that's calls on people.
That's
Leo?
natural.
Even though there's only one person, there's one other person there. Is it how? Let me see. What? Is it how?
There is literally
the
something called
buzzsaw?
the Plok's Terminator in this. This is. I wish I had done more Plok research before this.
No, yeah. Apparently, Plok's secondary attack is a buzzsaw-like movement that enhances speed and delivers maximum damage to enemies. Could he ask about that? Like,
Yeah. Is it how the buzzsaw mechanic
It's called Speed Blade?
Yeah,
is called Speed Blade, but it should be called... I don't know. There's gotta be something there.
Just write joke in caps and we'll think of something. We'll fill it in later.
Okay. Joke.
It's called Joke.
It should be called Insert Joke Later. Okay, we'll come back.
In case it's not obvious, this is how I also write like all my articles. I'm like, I don't know, I'd say something here about the jump or something.
This is absolutely how I wrote my book. I would be like, I know that I need to make a joke here, and then I'd come back to
Yeah.
Speed lame. Oh, that doesn't even rhyme that well, but I kind of like that.
I put the lame in caps so he knows to add the emphasis. That Leo Vader emphasis.
And then we could say Ben laughs loudly. Laughs really loudly and leans out of frame while laughing. He does that a lot.
Yes. Yeah, specifically to the side. I don't know if that's specific. I think he'll naturally. I think, can we throw a clap in there? Like the
yeah.
You know that he
while clapping his hands loudly once.
Yeah. Sorry, Bruce.
I'm reading the Plok instruction manual.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's how you know you're plocking.
First of all, this has a whole who is Plok. At last, a real hero. Plok is an irresistible, irrepressible, unstoppable, highly improbable, and downright dangerous bundle of pure energy.
Oh my god.
Plok does not like fleas. Plok this is crazy. It says Plok does not like fleas like 3 times in this. Everyone knows that Plok is simply crazy about flags. He has them everywhere. He uses them to mark out which parts of acrylic belongs to him. His flags are... So it's like...
Who is this man?
Okay. All right. This is very strange.
Apparently, it looks like maybe the characters have attitude. I'm looking at people's reviews on GameFAQs for this game. Controls are... hit detection is intuitive. I don't know if that's actually true, but this is the claim.
Okay.
So that could be something. Let's just do a little like...
Should we say, like, no, our number one question was it if Shigeru Miyamoto liked this game, and I looked it up, and he does.
Yes. Yes.
That's so stupid. I'm copy pasting Shigeru Miyamoto because I'm too lazy to try to type it.
Okay.
I guess the people watching us on Twitch should tell us what their comment would be, so we know what the most common comment would be.
That's true.
Game Informer did a review of Plok in 2002 and gave it a 7 out of 10, says Crowboy. Why'd they do it in 2002?
This is a great way to get some game. I've been wanting to get the Game Informer stuff in here, so.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Does that still exist online, the Plok Game Informer review?
It probably does now on their website, unless they haven't, or maybe on the
archive?
Video Game History Foundation's archive.
Chad, if you have a link to that, I forget if we have links.
Oh, Lockdarden says our cover trip for Plok back in 2002. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Well,
but can you
our
add
cover trip?
Wait, actually,
revisit Plok.
What'd you say? Our cover trip to revisit Plok?
Well, yeah, because it came out in 1993, so it's got to be.
We could just pretend they were 16 doing a cover trip.
Okay. Yeah.
To Plok Studio.
I gotta remember. So I think he always kind of says, I remember back when, and I think it was, and have him do that thing where he goes like this.
Oh yeah.
So like,
oh my god. How do you perceive us like crazy, Janet? Why do you perceive?
What was it? It was 2016. It was just not that long ago, but oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It feels like a million years fast.
What should they think of? What should he be reminiscing about? What happened at Plok Studio?
Oh,
there's a lot of options here.
Oh, I don't know. There's so many ways to go.
This is crazy. So the Plok devs are the Pickford brothers. So this is like Rare.
Oh,
it's not Rare that made this, but it turned into Rare.
Oh, what about? We were out for dinner with, because they're always out for dinner with all of them. We're out for dinner with the old Rare developers. Could I say that and it makes sense?
Oh, can we have one of them like do body shots off of somebody? Is that too much?
Jeffem was doing body shots off of. Is there a developer's name we could pull from? Because Ben always knows all their stupid names. He's like Billy Bob, who was the lead director I saw at GDC.
Yeah. Well, just go John Pickford. That's one of the developers.
That's
perfect.
Good.
And
it
get
also
this,
fake as well, which
they
is a bonus.
all ordered their steaks well done because they're rare. So
Okay, and then I added that Leo got really sick and went to the bathroom and hurled his guts out,
I think Leo should have been left out because he never got to go to E3, and so he was always he should just be like left out. Like, yeah, I remember everyone at the Game Informer office was invited to that except me. Or
it's
like
true. Oh wait, I don't remember it.
I don't remember it.
That's good. I like that.
And then we add random emphasis to things. So that's how he talks. I remember that. Oh wait, I don't remember it because everyone went but me.
The studio did shut down before Leo was about to visit. That's good too.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I like that emphasis.
I hope he remembers how I think he talks so that he can read it.
I think he'll get it. I have faith in this group.
And I'm like, remember, you're kind of pitchy, you're flat. Everyone be themselves.
I feel like Jacob could speak again.
Yeah, we gotta start talking about the game at some point here too.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kelsey.
Okay, I think a thing for Jacob is he'll do a lot of like little pauses and then like questions where he's hitting the question mark really hard. So he'd be like, am I remembering
Janet,
this
you
correctly?
You are perceiving us to a scary degree. I'm so self-conscious right now.
I remember when you get to the swamp level and this, that, and the third, and am I remembering this correctly? Is this a callback to that thing that happened before? And like extra question marks or whatever. So
that's
something
very
like
Jacob.
in that vein.
I have that.
so, like-
mute his mic and sneeze. That's really funny. I don't know if he does that often though. Is
He
saying that
does.
often?
He does do that quite
really?
often.
Okay.
Should we
missed
add
that
that
one.
here?
Yes.
Jacob mutes his mic and sneezes really loud. That's
That's so funny.
sneezes into his elbow.
Yeah, if I was better at voice acting, I could do really good impressions, but they're kind of just my voice slightly changed, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
Okay, so there's eggs in this game. We should do something with the eggs here.
And then maybe Ben makes a joke about the eggs in the economy.
Oh.
Like eggs in this, and then to like interrupt somebody. And he
Eggs
says,
in
"Oh,
this
go
economy.
and then
It's
they keep
good.
going. So it's got to be like a eggs in this economy. Oh, go yeah.
I like how we have the joke first and we have to write to
Yeah.
it now. Like, how do we bring up the eggs?
And maybe we don't need this, but maybe during that, Leo also quietly says, "I thought your joke was funny, Ben." You know, and then like while the other person's also going.
Yeah, like Jacob polite chuckle, but no one really
should we
laughs.
Complete silence here.
Yeah.
And then Leo is like, "Hey, that was pretty funny, man."
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Should we bring in maybe, I think we should probably bring in at least one question, because usually like deepest dives, it's like, oh, and this brings me to a question right here that so-and-so wrote in with or whatever. So I think we need something with that.
Okay,
So we have to dive into the
he can
deepest
be like
dive part.
He can be like, someone wrote in about the eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on that.
Who,
Flim, flam, shim, sham.
chat, give us a write
Or a real name.
about what are you writing in about the eggs?
Yeah, then it could be
Someone
really
write in
true.
about the eggs right now. Yeah, we can be true.
Yeah, it's so immersive.
Oh my god.
Has a single person in chat played Plok, by the way?
Yeah, if you do, you get the gold ticket of MinnMax. Honestly, okay, this is expensive. We should have a golden ticket where someone like flies to Minnesota. They can see the studio and stuff. I think
Oh
that'd
my
be really
god.
fun. All my
What would
ideas are very expensive.
what would they open to
problem.
get the ticket?
I have no idea. We send out like a bunch of copies of like Plok to people, and one of the copies is a golden ticket. Yeah, I don't know. We'll do something with that. But anyway, let's see. It has to be that's low key bragging about something they did. Please roast us. Do you guys do that? I didn't recognize that. It's no that hey, I'm still good.
Oh, he cuts Jacob off. Eggs in this economy.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jacob
I'll
doesn't
do-
even get to ask his question here.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll add this to his thing here so it's clear that, because I dunked that up with yours. I remember, Janet.
Okay.
I put a space and you're like, is this still me?
yeah.
And I was like, damn it. I didn't make that clear.
Yeah, we could also color code if we wanted to with the extra time. We're like way ahead of time. This is easy. you know?
We're zooming right now.
This is quick. I'm gonna make a placeholder comment because I don't think anyone's really written in. Chat, give us something someone would write in with.
said these. How do you feel about the eggs versus the egg and Billy Hatcher?
Ooh, okay.
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
Really? How do you
Yeah.
feel about the?
Game.
It's like cool. Versus the
like cool.
egg in Billy Hatcher. I never actually played it. I gotta be honest, but it's like I like the I f with the vibes. You know, I don't know if it's actually good. It's like another.
There's also
platformer.
that.
Or one
There's
and
also
done.
that Dreamcast game called Elemental Gimmick Gear. That's egg. That I feel like
That's it.
if Jacob hasn't played, I think he would like it. It's like an action game,
Okay.
but I also haven't played it, so don't actually take this as a real suggestion, Jacob. I don't know if you're gonna like.
Jacob in the future watching this.
Who answers it? Maybe Jacob answers this? Ooh, did he play Billy Hatcher in this version of Jacob? Like, do we want to say he played it or he didn't? Or we can also swap him for Leo. They swap right out.
We can write
be
Jacob or
anyone.
Leo, whoever feels like reading this line. That's so funny. They'll be so confused.
Do you want them to have played it or not played it?
I still don't know what
more-
Billy Hatcher is. What is that? A game?
Yeah, it's Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. It's like it's a platformer. Right?
Oh, Leo should just talk about how the eggs are smaller then, actually, now that I think about it. He should just be like, well, they sure are smaller.
Yeah, that is what you would say.
That's so funny.
But yeah, it's an old GameCube platformer. It's kind of I don't know if it's this quality, but it kind of reminds me of like the stands of Glover, where it's like random one-off platformer where they're like, remember this was cool. How cool was it really? I'm not sure, but I've been wanting to play it.
This game crazy.
It's been like
easy.
20 years. 22 years.
He also emulates a lot of his games. Should we say something about that? I feel like every time Jacob plays a game, he's like, I emulated it because it's impossible to play.
Yeah, literally just write that.
Okay. Perfect. I'm
trying to set up Ben finding something hard. Because like Jacob's super good at video games and Ben's always talking about how he's bad at video games.
Is this read as Jacob's voice? I also emulated it because I'm a little game pirate. Arr! Might be too on the nose.
It could be.
I can't picture him going R.
I know, but that's kind of why I want to make him do it.
That's the only time. Okay. Hold on,
Also,
really?
this
I gotta tell you, man. I was on. Is there a boss in this game?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of bosses. Let's see.
Can you name one of them?
Hang on. I mean, there's the Flea Queen, but we already talked about the Flea Queen. I think it's the Bobbin Bros. Ben got really stuck on the Bobbin Bros.
Oh, the Bobbin Bros.
I'm sure this is not spelled correctly. Kelsey, you're gonna have to fix
like
it.
bobbin, like sewing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like with an I. Yeah, you were close.
And then
bros like Mario Bros.
Oh, okay.
Brothers.
How long was he stuck on this, do you think?
For 2 hours.
What felt like 2 hours? Because he says a lot too. What felt like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I say stuck on them Bobbin Bros?
I think probably still those.
Should he say something like, but then I was on kid duty, so no more of that? Or he says kid duty a lot when he means looking after his son.
When he means being a father?
Yeah. But then I was on kid duty, which is what I say when I mean I was being a father.
Okay, this is too much. I think I have to take
mean.
this out.
This is mean.
Yeah. What felt like 18 years? The 18 years is too funny. I have to remove it, but something for you, chat, is a treat. Well, do you want to put this in here? I think we could make this joke later. Like, he can end the show like, I have kid duty, so we're ending or something.
Blue Vishnu has a great joke that Leo could say, turns out there was a thimble solution. That's really good.
Sure, it turns out there.
Oh, there is literally a Grandpappy Plok. Someone in chat mentioned that. I'm like, is that a thing? Apparently it is. Okay. Oh, so Ben should be referencing that he is being like Grandpappy Plok.
Oh, that's good. That kind of connects to our read on him always saying kid duty. You know,
you
just
are like Grandpappy Plok in the voice of Eleven from Stranger Things.
Should Ben and Jacob and Ben laugh loudly at this joke?
Okay, I think this won't be funny if we have we have to cut it at the Bobbin Bros so that this joke makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll do kid duty later.
Okay. We could put it in front of that too.
Like just above?
Like, I gotta tell you, man.
Oh, like I was
on kid duty.
Yeah. First of all, I was on kid duty, just like Grandpappy Plok. But I was stuck on those Bobbin Bros.
Felt like 2 hours.
Yeah.
This is great.
Maybe
Jacob
we could do.
And Ben laugh loudly at this joke. This is great.
Let's see.
We're flying, ladies.
What else do we want to?
This is really good.
Talk about here. Oh,
well, I think we should. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this. I was gonna throw in another question, but we can. GoDaddy.
I like
Any
that.
direction?
I like how we're bumping from thought to thought. It's really fast paced, just like a deep dive.
Like Kelsey, if you want to throw something in there.
I was just gonna say,
By all
like,
means.
we could just reference a level and just talk about there. It looks like there's like a black and white level.
Oh, okay.
Hang on.
I feel like
The very
Ooh,
same
who would bring
place
this up?
50 years
In my
ago,
mind-
Grandpappy Plok was also looking for the lost amulet.
Jacob
Scrubbing
or
for
Leo
Let's Play
again.
right now.
So
in my mind, Jacob and Leo could not be more than the same person.
The
This is one man.
disrespect.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, one's really introspective. One has a comedy channel. They're
Okay.
the same guy.
So something about like how did we feel about the Grandpappy Plok section?
okay, yeah.
Okay, just as like from who says that? Just anybody?
Jacob sometimes takes the lead and
Okay.
and,
let's
and
have-
keeps the convo going.
How? Oh. Hold on, wait. Yeah. Speaking of that. Ooh, or doesn't he say something else? Does he say like while we're on the topic or something? I feel like there's something he says when he does this.
Oh yeah.
Like a transitional phrase. How do we feel about the
What about the controversy of Grandpappy Plok's voice actor?
He also says, I gotta tell ya as well. They both kind of say, I
Oh,
gotta
that's
tell
good.
ya.
Yeah.
Were you
Both
like
him and Ben say, I
watching
gotta tell ya.
videos right before
Yeah.
this and writing this down? How do you have this in the
I'm-
poll?
If I tell you, you'll be kind of freaked out. But I can literally picture like the show happening in my mind, and I just hit play on Jacob, and he just speaks in my mind.
Wow, you're a super genius. All right, noted. Leo should tell a story about the final boss. It sounds like
No,
the coolest
it's
gaming experience you've ever
Noisy
heard.
in here. I hate it.
Oh yeah, we could do like the finals type, like Leo talking about his anecdotal
Oh, that's a
experience.
good idea.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So then Leo
Yeah.
starts. Well,
Jacob also like tilts his head and raises his eyebrows a bit, and then sometimes he'll go like this for stuff as well. We want to add more body acting.
Stop.
And
I'm
he's always
afraid.
like in this angle, like it was not good. I gotta be honest. You know? Yeah. I mean, those Goaty episodes are like 8 hours. Are you guys not picking up on this stuff? Yeah. Ooh. I will say this is much easier than I thought it was going to be, y'all, so. Thank you.
I said, let me know how I can adjust. This is just me word vomiting, but Leo, I loved how immersive it was. I had Grandpappy Plok under some rocks, and then the physics engine made it so when I kicked him, he fell even further into a hole, which made me so super duper immersed. No one was playing this game like me in this moment. That's what he does.
Really good. I think
That's
the
so
only
good.
thing, I want it to be a little bit longer.
A little.
Same, that's exactly what I was
okay.
gonna say. We need even more.
What does he say before he goes into his stories? Because he also has like a.
He always goes like, and then he says the next thing, and then he says the next thing, and
yeah,
then
definitely had some. The and thens are good.
and then the water from a nearby waterfall also flowed in and was straight up drowning Grandpappy. And when I asked my friends what happened when they played it, they said that never happened to them. Maybe that's too much now. Let's just stop it there. I love that we're all writing each an additional sentence right now. Okay, Leo, I loved how immersive it was. The other night when I was playing, the hours just flew by. My cat was meowing loudly in the other room, and I didn't even hear him because I was so into it. I had Grandpappy Plok under some rocks, and then the physics engine made it so when I kicked him, he fell even further into a hole, and then I used the shell to clip through the rocks, which made me so super
Yes.
duper immersed. And then the water from a nearby waterfall also flooded with straight up drowning Grandpappy. Nobody was playing this game like me in this moment. We also need to do like Leo violently slapping Doctor's butt the whole time he's telling the story.
Yeah, I wonder if Doctor could make an appearance on the. He wasn't
Yeah.
listed on the New Show Plus Runo show.
Yeah, I don't know if he's
It'd be nice if he was
available.
there.
Well, how about Leo is
I do
patting
feel like-
Doctor's butt this whole story, but if he's not here, just do it off frame. That'll work.
Yeah, we need a cat enters the room, get cue, and the demons die. Ooh. Man.
Okay, perfect. He just gets a freaking monologue in the center of this. It's so long. Perfect. I like how clipping through the terrain is submersive, so it's not weirder. True.
we don't need to do this, but
well, Leo, I think we're playing different games because I didn't understand any of that. That's good. Oh, but it turns out you're not alone, James.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Janet, you're so good at
That's
this.
so good.
Thank you. Can we get a different fake name? I don't want James Dean Martin, but just somebody. Also, isn't there? I think there's a real James Dean out there, so I don't want them to catch a stray.
What
What's
about
a good fake name?
What was the one everyone was obsessed
Jorby.
with the other day? Like Jorby, thank you.
Like this or with a V?
Jorby? Yeah, Jorby. I started writing
So.
Jorby elsewhere just to see what it looked like. I wrote it in the middle of another word. And then, wait, so then Leo should interrupt and yell, Jorbs! And then it goes back to Ben, and Ben says, no parasocial stuff, Leo! Cut that out! Seriously! Enough!
And he says, I'm sorry, but with a W in it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I will marry Jorbs. You will not marry Jorbs. Leo.
Okay, and then he can be like, okay, I sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I was gonna put,
that's good too.
I already sent out the save the day.
Yeah. Okay, and then should Jacob try to come up with their like celebrity mashup name? Like,
oh, totally.
What are we calling you guys? Jorio? Lorby?
Yeah. If you go with Jorio, someone could say, Jacob is Jorio.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
What was the other one? Jorio or
Lorby?
Leorby?
The hit new show plus.
And then he has to be like, no,
Yeah,
never. No.
But speaking of hits, someone else writes in and says, how much time do we have left? We have enough time to do like maybe 1 or 2 more gaffs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're good
We're
on
on-
time.
Okay.
It's
We got 3 pages. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh my god, we have a lot. Yeah. Okay. I guess can we do one last question maybe, or should we just end it here and do the closeout already?
I think we can do
we
one
can
last
here
little section
if we need to.
Yeah, one last little section.
Okay. Someone writes in talking about some form of hits, like hitting an enemy, hitting contact, or just like maybe a barely segue.
Hit detection is intuitive. We have down here for hits inspo.
Yeah. Yeah. So we need
Speaking of hits,
Mr. Meepers writes in
that sounds
and says, was anyone else impressed? AK, do you have my opinion? Was anyone else impressed with how? Did anyone else think what I thought? Validate me. Okay.
add that in. That's funny. Add that into him saying that out loud.
What
anyone
detection
else?
is intuitive mean?
I don't know. Think what it's just someone wrote it in the review on GameFAQs.
Oh, okay.
I think they mean. Oh, I know what they mean. They mean that like the hit boxes make sense. Like they feel intuitive to the like placement of the enemies, but it does not really well
That
communicate.
just sounds like the game functions to me.
Hey, let me tell
Maybe
you something.
it does.
Those Crash Bandicoot games. that Insanity trilogy, the hit detection was not intuitive. Okay, did anyone else think what I think? Validate me, please. Was anyone else impressed with how intuitive the hit detection was for a game this old? That's usually mentioned. Was it an old game? It's like, is anyone else surprised that there's like 8 squares on the screen at one time?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I feel like Jacob needs a couple lines because he was out of that whole monologue section.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it could be like, I don't really know what this person means by the hit detection being like, do we want to go that route or just a agree disagree route?
I kind of like the agree to disagree route because then Ben doesn't get his validation, which he so clearly craves.
Ooh, and then we can do a look. I'm sorry, because Jacob also says that sometimes.
Totally, he does say that. You're frightening me with how much you retain. I would never want us to be like have mannerisms around you because I know you have them categorized in your head. I want you to write me next. Honestly, it wasn't that intuitive. The boxes. Look, I'm sorry.
The hit boxes were way off. Sometimes I'd go to make a jump and I'd be off by what felt like 800 feet.
Look. I'm
sorry.
I think this is the emphasis. Look, I'm sorry.
This is perfect.
The hit detection was the least intuitive part of this whole game. He also does that a lot too. The like intuitive part of this whole game. But we also maybe add something nice. I appreciate you writing in Mr. Meepers. But the hit detection
and maybe like
chuckles at the end, like to soften the blow.
Maybe you had a different experience.
Yes, that's perfect.
than me.
Yeah.
Yes, this is him. He's coming alive.
This is him.
Oh my
It's really
gosh.
him.
This is how Dr. Frankenstein felt in his lab. Finally, the rush. This is how Geppetto felt when he was whittling Pinocchio. My son.
This is my son.
My Shayla.
Okay, so we should wrap it up here now, probably, right?
Yeah, we have like 3 minutes
Yeah.
and we still have to read through and make sure we replaced all the empty bits we left.
Okay, I'll start doing that now. You guys come up with a way to wrap up the deepest dive here.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Ben, did you think this is a one-off deepest dive, or is this part 1 of multiple parts?
Let's say, well, that was
Funny,
that
or is
was
it part 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first 10 minutes of Plork.
Yeah, Plok. Yeah. No. Have him say Plork, and then someone else says Plok, and he says Plok. I'm sorry, Plok. The first 10 minutes of Plok, and he like repeats it a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, and then at the same time, Jacob, what is Plork? Like, just really like digging into the typo. Like they say that close together.
Yeah, and then Leo can say, "Oh, do you mean Plork?"
I'm changing 100,000 views to 500,000 views, so it's even crazier.
Even crazier.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes. I wish we could somehow write the thing that Ben does where he goes, who could forget? He almost sounds like an old pirate. You know, he does that thing. Who could forget?
Yeah.
Yes, and but I don't know how to write that.
Dude, yeah. In a weird piratey voice.
Whisper. Like, I don't even know how to explain what that is. Chad, what is that he does?
I feel like...
Yeah, the I'm Avid sponsorship, just for no reason.
Old man.
Oh, there should be like a Plok vinyl.
Yes. And then a really long, the codes are always really long there, so, okay. They want you to know right now, okay. I'm sponsoring this. They want you to know that right now, you can get the Plok. Actually,
the Plok.
How about cassette deck? Is it called deck when it's a cassette? I feel like before you say cassette deck.
I think so.
Right. I know someone just turned to dust in the chat. Sorry.
Plok.
I thought the deck was what you play it on.
Oh, maybe. Cassette and matching deck, maybe. And
can we do like a bunch of rhymes in a row, like the Plok chalk set?
Yeah. The Plok chalk cassette and matching tape deck.
Plok chalk and matching socks.
Yes. Ooh. Plok. You need to go in here now. I can't do it.
The Plok chalk cassette and matching socks.
Okay, yeah.
I'm shocked.
No wonder you love the Cat in the Hat, Haley.
Yeah, more than just a looker.
It rhymed to me.
Rhyme to me, baby. I'm shocked. Shocked, locked, mocked, cocked, walked, talked. Nah, that's good enough. 3 rhymes.
Do you not like green eggs and ham? Do you not like
Plok,
Sam?
I'm sorry.
Then I am. Okay.
Who could forget Plok? I think he'll read that. I get what you mean. I said in a weird old man piratey voice.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't think he knows he does this. I think
he'll find out today. He'll find out today. He'll be okay. Let's not underestimate.
He also shakes his hand when he does that. He goes,
yeah, and specifically, it's this hand gesture where it's like,
who could forget Plok? Yeah,
yeah. Like,
Ben, I'm so sorry for how self-conscious you are going to be after this episode.
Who could forget Plok? I wish my hands weren't so cold today. The AC's blasting and they're like freezing as I type. Okay, you can use the code. Let's see.
What about Plok chalk socks?
Rock.
Rock.
Rock the Plok.
Well, there's what's that song? The Rock the Cash Bar? Rock the Plok Bar, maybe?
Rock the Plok Bar. Plok till you drop is good too. Chad is saying Plok till you drop. We got that from 2 different people at the same time.
Plok till you drop?
Yeah.
We can change it to Plok till you drop.
Okay,
let's do
Plok till you drop.
Plok till you drop 225. That's 2 written all the way out. All the way out. TWO and 25.
Like the numbers.
Not written out. Like 2 and then a 5.
Can't mess it up.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's our show, everyone. I love you.
I love you.
No, he's so anti-parasocial.
Yeah.
I love you. Just kidding, I don't.
That's our show, everyone. And then Jacob should say, I love you all. And Ben says, no, you don't.
And then Leo does that curt, angry voice he does, where he's like pretending to be angry.
Don't know you.
Don't tell me who to love, Ben. You know that when he goes like, don't tell me who to love, Ben. He does like that thing where he's pretending to be angry.
Mm-hmm.
Be good, have Plok. Let's rock.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, so have we?
Should we let them in?
Let's do a quick. Was there anything missing?
Did you read through it already, Kelsey?
Nope, I went through it. I edited. We're good.
All right, love it.
Okay, yeah. Let's just have them. It's funnier if they just come in to do
Let's
it.
just have them come in. Does someone want to ping them? We now have the actors present. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. Ben, Leo, and Jacob.
Thank you.
Excited for you to read this. And please proceed when ready. Ben, you have the first line.
Hello, and welcome to the deepest dive on Plok, the most thorough and thick-ass discussion about Plok on the internet. And you know, even though our last deepest dive got 500,000 views on YouTube, we actually lost $75 on it. So it would mean a lot if you could head over to Patreon and support independent games media. My name is Ben Hanson, zing, and I'm here with a wonderful cast of gamers to talk about this wonderful retro title. Joining me today is Leo Vader.
I'm a hungry, wonky gamer.
And the titular Plokmaster himself, Jacob Geller.
Walker, I hardly know her.
You know how these things always start? What does everyone think the most common question from our community was about Plok?
It's got to be about how the flea queen represents the crush of capitalism on an oppressed society. Hey, what?
No, try again. Leo?
Is it how the buzzsaw mechanic is called Speed Blade, but it should be called Speed Lame?
No, our number one question was if Shigeru Miyamoto liked this game. And you know, I was actually looking it up, and it turns out that Shigeru Miyamoto did actually like Plok.
This could be in my 210s of 1993, even though I wasn't born yet.
Well, I remember during our cover story trip to Plok Studio, we were out for dinner with the old Rare developers. Jeffem was doing body shots off of John Pickford. And get this, they all ordered their steaks well done.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, wait, I don't remember that because everyone went but me.
Am I remembering this right? When you get to the swamp level and you see the eggs for the first time.
Eggs? In this economy, Plok must be rolling in it.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, man. I liked your joke.
Hey, thanks, man. It's funny that you mentioned that. So Flim Flam Shim Sham wrote in about the eggs, and they said, how do you feel about the egg versus the egg in Billy Hatcher?
Well, they sure are smaller.
Did anyone else find this game crazy easy? Like, I was basically asleep playing this game. I also emulated it because I'm a little game pirate. Arg!
Really? I gotta tell you, man. First of all, I was on kid duty, just like Grandpappy Plok. But I was stuck on those Bobbin Bros for, it felt like 2 hours.
Turns out there was a thimble solution.
Oh!
Yeah, speaking of that, how do we feel about the Grandpappy Plok section? Because I gotta tell you, the black and white coloring to denote the past was genius. It really made me feel like I was transported back 50 years.
Well, I loved how immersive it was. The other night when I was playing, the hours just flew by. My cat was meowing loudly in the other room, and I didn't even hear him because I was so into it. I had Grandpappy Plok under some rocks, and then the physics engine made it so when I kicked him, he fell even further into a hole, and then I used a shell to clip through the rocks, which made me super duper immersed. And then the water from a nearby waterfall also flowed in and was straight up drowning Grandpappy. No one was playing this game like me in this moment.
Well, I think we were like playing different games because I didn't understand any of that. But it turns out you're not alone. Jorby writes in and says he personally loved
Jorbs, yes!
No parasocial stuff, Leo. Cut that out. I'm seriously enough.
I will marry Jorbs.
You're not gonna marry Jorbs, Leo.
Well, I already sent out save the dates and it was via mail, so I can't get them back.
Oh, what are we calling you guys? Jorio? Lorby?
Jacob is Jorio. Yes. The hit new show plus show. But speaking of hits, Mr. Meepers writes in and says, was anyone else impressed with how intuitive the hit detection was for a game this old? Did anyone else think what I think? Validate me, please.
Honestly, it wasn't that intuitive. The hitboxes were off. Sometimes I'd go to make a jump and I'd be off what felt like 800 feet. Look, I'm sorry. I appreciate you writing in, Mr. Meepers, and maybe you had a different experience than me, but the hit detection was the least intuitive part of this whole game.
Well, that was the first 10 minutes of Plork.
What is Plork?
Do you mean Plok?
Plok. I'm sorry. The first 10 minutes of Plok. Who could forget Plok? Thank you to I'm 8-Bit for sponsoring this. They want you to know that right now you can get Plok Chalk cassette and matching socks. I'm shocked. You can use the code Plok till you drop 225. That's 2 written all the way out, TWO, and 25 not written out, like 2 and then a 5.
You can't mess it up.
Exactly. That's our show, everyone.
I love you all.
No, you don't. You don't know them and they don't know you.
Don't tell us who to love, Ben.
Be good. Have Plok. Let's rock.
Well done.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Tears in my eyes.
Nothing is better than doing this. It's so fun to jump in, but also nothing's more terrifying than reading this on the fly and seeing like a paragraph in parentheses of like scene direction that I have to read as quickly as possible to figure out what the intonation is here.
You did a really good job with the pirate thing.
Thank you.
That was really good. Your fake laugh at Leo's first joke where you leaned off screen was also perfect.
I'm extremely practiced at pretending to laugh at Leo's jokes.
Oh my gosh. So did you know that all the things about Plok in this game are real? Because Kelsey was researching Plok as we wrote this.
Plok's a real game?
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
And it really was the Pickford brothers. That's not true.
I thought that was like some Randy Pitchford bastardization, weird, like copyright-free Randy or something.
No, the Pickford brothers. They were later at Rare. Come on.
Oh god.
And
Jeff really did those body shots.
of it.
Yeah. And Miyamoto really did like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, how did
That
you?
was like Kelsey Googled the game and said the most frequently asked question is, did Miyamoto like this game?
Plok. Oh my god. And you just knew this off the top of your head? Just Plok was ready to go, Kelsey? Or do you have it on your shelf behind you?
I started immediately naming weird retro British games for some reason. So
We're like,
Plok is
Plok.
what stuck.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Should we put in the poll, the only thing that can dethrone scripted podcasts is we put in the poll for next week for New Show Plus an actual deepest dive on Plok.
On Plok. The way that this is pretty accurate enough that this is kind of halfway there, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
We did it.
We don't
I
even
feel
have
comfortable
it.
pointing to this when people ask about retro deepest dives from now on.
Oh, I love that
the
doctor was nearby for the padding thing. That was perfect
Unbelievable
also.
timing. The tail came
Yeah.
up at the perfect time.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And the look, in terms of, I don't know if this was Janet seeing or someone else, but muting my mic and sneezing is
That was chat.
I was
that
like,
was
no,
chat. I
they
had
don't
no
notice
idea.
that. I just do
I had
it
no
so well.
idea. I was like, does he sneeze that often? And people were like,
Okay,
often enough
at
for us to
least,
remember.
at least it was Chad and not you guys.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I missed that
Gonna
one.
make people so self-conscious.
Oh my god. It was like a dagger into my heart when I mispronounced the name of the game in the script. I'm like, damn it, I am a failure. I do that all the time.
And you hate when someone points it out. You always go, okay, yeah, I get it.
all right. I stumble over my words on a daily basis. Thank you.
Oh my god.
This is very good. Leo, as the person who's written the most, what's your review of this script?
I loved it. I love my speech about my gameplay story that happened to me. That was very accurate.
All three of us were writing that at the exact same time. Like we each jumped into a different part of that paragraph. We were like, it needs to be longer. Let's all add something.
I should have gone nerdier with the voice, though, for sure.
Yeah. Now, was that a typo, or do we not want I am 8-bit to get mad at us with the free plug when we just wrote I'm 8-bit instead of I am 8-bit?
That was a
typo, I think.
mistake.
Typo, yeah.
That was I mean, it was a parody of I am 8-bit. I think it works.
It can
better
be
that way.
whatever you want it to be, you know?
Right. This is beautiful. See, I think some of you were nervous about jumping in to write, but turns out it's fun no matter what. You can't fail in this format is one thing we've learned.
Everything
Okay.
is funny, yeah. You can write whatever you want and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Stunning work, team. Stunning work.
Good reading of
I-
it.
You guys did great.
Thank you. I could, I would have a Q&A about every line in this document, but I'll have to just watch the video for the origins.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think so, just me saying, say what?
Say what?
The community in the Discord has been popping off, dare I say. Shangri-La of the internet, Haley. I don't know if you know that about the MinnMax Discord, but they've had so many good suggestions for what scripted podcasts can handle in the future. Like one of them was, if you scripted out the 210s debate,
That'd be crazy.
that would be very good.
That's
but
a
that
good
would
one.
but that would be like all of us. I don't really know how that would work. Like, it's the 210s debate if half of us got hit by meteors. Like, I don't really know how you frame that, but it's a good idea.
Half could write
The two
first 5
scripted
minutes.
podcasts, and it's one half.
Oh, what if you
yeah.
write each other?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that was hey,
Two
that's a good
groups
idea, isn't it,
writing
Leo and
each
Jacob? Remember this debate when we first were watching this?
After we've established the format already. We're subverting it.
Yeah, that's good. Another suggestion from the community that I thought was really good was you should script out a scripted podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty meta.
You know what I mean? So,
That'll be the end. That'll be the end.
Really,
Oh, that's so meta.
but you could write somebody writing for you, right?
Oh, whoa.
Is that the way it'd have to go?
Yeah, I guess so. That's so
I think
meta.
I feel like it's. I don't know if we'll have this problem because we do have a lot of shows. I think we're a while away
You're right,
before we
you're
need to think about
That's
it.
true.
But there's some places we can go.
There's some places we can go for sure if
Yeah.
people want to jump up and vote for it at the $10 tier. Thank
I
you.
just want Janet in the writer's room more often.
Yeah,
That's
Janet killed
my
this.
I
Get
can
it
write, I
carried.
can act. I know. It's just I'm a real Renaissance man over here. So thank you.
Amazing.
Don't let
Shouts
me
out
host
Flim
this
Flam
thing.
Shim Sham in the community for sure.
Oh, here, I'll write it for you, Ben. You can close this out. Let me just write it really
Oh,
quick at the
thanks.
bottom
Yeah,
here.
take your time.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thanks for watching. Sorry.
I didn't expect the community to get roasted with the validate me comment.
What's funny
You
is
should have
someone,
picked a real community member's name for that.
someone in the chat was like, roast us, write in with something where it's just someone bragging about what they did in the game. I'm like, does that happen? And I'm like, I gotta go back to that dread Deepest Dive to see if someone was like, the boss was really easy.
No, I'm sure. I guarantee it. All right. Thanks so much for watching New Show Plus. Zing! Bye! Every week, we let Patreon supporters choose which new show we create with New Show Plus. Should we create another episode of the show you just watched? Check out the biggest new game release? Get into Sea of Thieves? Create an exercise show? It is your call. So thanks to everybody who subscribes on YouTube or supports us over on Patreon. MinnMax exists because of you. As always, if you enjoy MinnMax content, any help telling a friend is appreciated.